Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, September 22nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see everybody. Come on in. Welcome to my Facebook peeps. Welcome to the ones who come in and chat. That always makes it fun. And welcome to my Facebook lurkers. Hi, Ashley. And welcome to my YouTube viewers. Always love having you guys as well. Ashley, good to see you. Alright, so we've got a duet coloring coming up with Dawn Boyer on the 28th. Please mark your calendars. Those are always fun. Dawn is such a hoot to come in and color with. We always have a good time. All right, Ashley is still there? All righty. So good to see everybody. We've got some really nice projects going on. I actually think I can finish up a couple pages. That'll be fun as well. Picking something to color myself. Okay. Alrighty. So I've been working on this one, Color Sweet Animals by MADAY. I am so close to being done. Just have a couple of quick things to do and we can call this finished. So let me pull my browns. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Sandy, Rhonda. Good to see everybody. All right, so I've got two things to finish on this. This is my Brett Funner Cocoa Brown. Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and do my dark sections. Zoom in. And welcome to Ginny also. Ginny, I'm so glad you're joining us in coloring. Rhonda tells me that you guys are having a lot of fun together. So welcome to the group. So Rhonda says that she's going to help you to be able to sign up on Facebook or sign in so you can go ahead and watch whenever you want. Okay, so there's my dark. My medium is my Hawaiian sunset. Hi, Sandy. Excuse me, I picked the wrong color here. I meant to go with my light. And that's my raw sienna. And this is from my 520 Brut. Oh, Rhonda, that's great. So Jenny should be able... Hi, Maddie. So Jenny should be able to sign in on her own now anytime? Yay! So I've got my light going here. And then I'm going to finish off with my medium, which also happens to be my Brut, and that's a Hawaiian. Now I'm using the Hawaiian Sunset. Yeah, I understand that, Rhonda, that you'll have to practice a time or two. Sure. But see, she's highly motivated now, so that's good. Okay, so I've got my medium color here for the bottom part of my wood. And then we're going to really blend this. That's the key, right? So who's going to be my conversation starter today? Tell me something that's happened to you today. Now remember, we don't want any streaks. So I'm switching back to my dark and making sure that I don't have any streaks in this thing. So Maddie got her floor mop today. Come to my house and mop mine, will you? And you sorted through your journals. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to use my Faber-Castell 103 Ivory. And we'll get that to looking nice and soft. Oh yeah, we've been having rains. My gosh, yesterday it just poured. And guys, look how beautifully now that ivory blends that in. So tell me what you guys are coloring on while I'm broadcasting. Oh, tacos. Normally that would sound really good to me, but I just ate a big dinner. Okay, so we've got some nice streaky wood on this bottom one. And Ashley said she's part of Kelly Horton's coloring team, so I'm working on my monthly pages. Okay. Yeah, I just found out the other day what a coloring team is. Well, Ashley, feel free to post what you're working on here, unless that's, I assume that's okay for you to do. So a coloring team is somebody that works with the author and colors up pages in an author's book, and then those pages are published to increase interest in purchase of the book. Am I right on that, Ash? Yeah, she has a group of people she gives pages to advertise her work. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. Hi, Pearly. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use my ivory on my grass because I want to soften that up just a little bit. And remember guys, your ivory barely leaves any color, and it's an excellent blending tool. And because it's the Faber-Castell, it's your oil pencil, and it works really well to blend in your colors. Oh, that looks absolutely beautiful. All right. So let's take a look at this. This is basically now the whole page. And I think it's coming along beautifully. Now, if you're blending and you feel it's okay to blend cross grain to what you're doing. Hello, Stephanie. If you want to intensify your blend a little bit more, which I do. Use your judgment on that, because cross blending like that makes a big difference. And you want to make sure that it's not going to change the effect that you want. All right. Now, except for the background, guys, I'm calling this done. Zoom out. How pretty is that? Okay, so now I'm going to grab my chalks . And these are my Faber-Castell chalks. Now, as I've always told you, you can use eyeshadow, doesn't matter, whatever you have. All right, and let me grab, let's see here. I'll find it eventually. There we go. I'm going to grab one of my sheets here just to keep my area clean. And I am going to work with my greens on this, which I think will look really pretty. So, light green, so that we have a nice cheery page. Taking a little bit of my chalk and scraping it off there with my X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to take, hello Melissa. And with my eye makeup applicator, which I love to death. Nice smooth application. We'll put that green on there. And I think this light shade of green is going to look absolutely fabulous with this. I know that the typical would be blue, and that's fine. You can put blue on there if you want. But I also want you to consider not doing the norm all the time. Or I should say the expected. Zoom in. Oh, how pretty. All right. So before you guys, like I said, before you guys get your noses into your colorings, let me know what you're working on. And let me know how your day's going. Okay. How pretty is this? Now, if you'll notice, I'm also leaving just a little bit of white around the image, just where it's real close. Doing that by choice. All right, let's brush this off and see where we are. And I'll tell you what, with this shave and blend, you can get really accurate. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got here. Zoom out. Now, I'm going to go a little bit closer with this because I actually don't like that halo effect. So we'll get rid of that there. Melissa says she had her sleep study last night. Good. And she's coloring in Autumn by Jade Summer. And Rhonda says, love the green, didn't think I would. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a slightly darker green. Well, hi, Angela. And I'm going to work with that darker green. More towards the outside. Now again, make sure that you get blended well. And this darker green, I'm doing okay, Angela. How are your studies going? And look how pretty that's looking by having these two colors on here. Zoom in. Computer class is still struggling, almost done with English. Have an A. Oh. There you go. Of course I would ask. You're one of my peeps. Oh man, the shading on the outside, absolutely beautiful. So Angela says, I'm going to be volunteering at the Historical Center here after I get my degree, going to get a degree in genealogy. That's my passion. Oh, that got Maddie's attention. Okay, so notice how I'm getting my speckles on the side here. And then blending that in. Now make sure that you get all the way out to the edges with your darker color, otherwise it's going to look wonky. All right. So let me turn this. Sandy's doing out Home Sweet Home by Creative Haven. Okay. Well, thank you, Maddie. I'm glad you like the shading on the outside. Sometimes I'll put the shading right next to the object, but this time I'm going on the outside with it. And again, guys, chalk or eyeshadow is fine. I just happen to be using chalk. And be sure that you blend your colors in well, because you want that soft, airy look, right? All right, let's catch this other side. So Rhonda, what color would you have used on the background? You said you didn't think you'd like the green. What would you have used? All right, let's get this brushed. Put my knife up before I stab myself. Yep, my music is on till I get a nasty notice from Facebook. Oh man, look how pretty that is. Now, if you need to go back and add your lighter color a little bit, I could have even gone with the pink on this. Don't forget, guys, I want you to get away from quote unquote standard. So now I'm just using my lighter green here. Isn't that pretty with the mix? I love it. Okay, now one last step and we're done. Let me put my chalks away. Give me a moment, please. Okay, now this is where I take my little gummy eraser. Let me just stretch that and get that going here. And I'm just going to use it a little bit on top of my colored pencil where I went over with chalk. Just to keep that clean. Now, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. And I'm not really rubbing, I'm tapping more than anything else. And all I'm doing is working on picking up the chalk where it got onto my pencil. There you go. And then I got a little bit on my work surface here, so I'll go ahead and swipe that up as well. That's just housekeeping. Zoom out. Calling this one done, guys. I hope you like it, and I hope you learned something. And then of course I'll, cut off the bottom here. I've got a paper slicer that I use that I really like. So remember, this is the light grayscale that I did. Now, one other thing too, if you want to add, thank you, Melissa. Yes, we're calling him Charlie. If you want to add a few areas of lighter color, see how I've done that right there? Zoom in. Zoom in. You can go ahead and erase away with your gummy eraser a few of those spots. And that'll make it look cool as well. Don't forget that. There we go. Don't get weird with it. There you go. Oh yeah, that looks cool. I like it. Zoom out. Everybody see the light patches of white that I have in here? How pretty is that? Now, don't get too forceful with your white. You want that to be soft. Okay? Zoom out. So yes, Charlie turned out great. Now, I'll spray this before I put my initials on it because I found out if I do my initials afterwards, they get smeary. And I'll maybe write Charlie on the inside of the bucket someplace. Dum. That's right. What a friend we have in Jesus. Dum, da, da, dum. Oh, I'm happy with this piece. I hope you guys learned something from it. Say goodbye to Charlie. He served us well. Anybody have any last questions or comments? And if you're new, feel free to comment, guys. That's what we do here. I'm very happy with them. Bye-bye, Charlie. Here, let me see if I can get him just to raise his paw. There you go. Look at that. He's waving at you. Charles D. Golden. I love it. There you go. He's waving at you. Oh, Eileen's on a roll tonight. Okay, this one is from Country Life by Jade Summer. And I've only got a few more things to do on this little guy too. So I'm going to grab my Jasmine Green Brett Funner, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and we'll go ahead and color up these leaves. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight that with a Jade Green by Shuttle Art Color 164. And I'm going to smooth that out. Whoops, wrong pencil. I'm going to smooth that out with my 103 Ivory Faber-Castell. All right. Now, obviously, when you're doing something like this, you touch up and give a little brown in there. When you're doing something like this, you want to put your stones on last. Now, I put them on earlier because I wanted to show them to you. Sandy got her ivory pencils. Yay. Sandy, remind me how many you ordered? Flower Centers, Brett Funner, Fjord Blue. And you got 4. Okay, good. You'll use them. And I've got my Cerulean Blue from Starjoy, color 061. Pretty. And I'm going to use my Arteza Storm Gray. I'm going to put just a little bit of gray in between, not much guys, on that flower center. Okay, same thing here. And then we'll go with my slightly darker blue. I want you guys to be using at least a minimum of 2 colors in any area. And then I'm going to use a little bit of that storm gray in between. Not much, and very lightly. All right. And then I've got a leaf here. I'd done my leaves a while back. So I'm going to use my Shuttle Art Color Warm Yellow 136 because I want a multicolored leaf. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop a little bright orange on that, color 101 Shuttle Art. Orange over yellow is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And then I'm going to hit it with my orange, or not my orange, my warm yellow just a little more because I just want to brighten that up. Whoops. There you go. Done. Okay. So I've got a little bit of road area. I just saw it and it went away. There we go, right there. I've got my raw sienna, Brett Funner. I'm just going to tuck that in there. Okay, now I've got my wheel hubs here. So I'm going to use my ivory black because I want a little more contrast here. So I've darkened this area and I had gone through with my tire I'm going to go through now, and I did this on purpose last time. I didn't finish that tire. Is now I'm going to go through and color my entire tire because that'll be black. But remember, I put my light gray underneath there. And I'm letting my pencil streak a little bit just to give it character. I don't know what this is. Get rid of that. Now, I don't want to lose my tread, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that portion of the tire just a little bit lighter because I went through and darkened in the black. So I need that contrast there to keep that tread. Does that make sense? I hope. So we don't want to lose that tread. And if you accidentally do wipe it out, just take your white pencil and lighten those segments back in. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Can you guys hear Vicky snoring in the background? Just snoring away. No extra charge for that sound effect. Okay, I'm going to use my Prismacolor Silver. It's a metallic shiny PC 949. And then I'm going to come back with my Ivory Black, and I'm going to shadow just a little bit here on this rim, very, very lightly. All right. Yeah, Vicky had an active day going from one sleeping spot to the other. I'll tell you what though, I guarantee though, if she heard me sounding like I was doing my closing, she'd be like wide awake and over here. Okay, now I want you to notice too, is that I'm taking this black and I'm darkening on the very outside of this tire. So in other words, my tire is not just solid black. So take a look at that. You should be able to see that it's blacker here than it is here. Details, guys. Oh yeah, Vicky, I think she's like 15 now, 15 or 16. She's getting up there in age. All my pets are my 3 cats and Vicky. Okay, let's take care of this side view mirror. I'm going in with my shiny silver. And I'm pretty much going to leave that alone. Yeah, Sandy says that my little Shih Tzu will be 14 in November. Yeah. So this is the one rare spot which you'll see me that I'll just work with one color. Okay. Maddie said, we have a 17-year-old dog named Bonnie. When I was little, she slept in the middle of the road because it was warm in the country, and people would think we had a dead dog in the road. Oh, geez. Please don't tell me she was ever run over. Please. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and color in that silver handle. And again, this is a very rare time that you'll see me just use the one color, but I'm going to use my black pen and recoup that handle. There we go. Because I accidentally colored over it. So we'll keep that intact. So Sandy says that okay, Maddie said nope, Bonnie died of old age. Sandy said her dog was a puppy mill dog when I rescued her. She lived in a cage for 6 years. Oh man. All they did was breed her to sell her pups. She was in bad shape when I took her at 6. She is healthy but can't go up and down stairs. Yeah. There's a special place in hell for people that mistreat animals, I'll tell you. Bastards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to color that rope. I have a Bread Funner 082 now to go ahead and lay down my initial brown here. Now, notice too here that I'm coloring the... Sandy says she doesn't give kisses and can't get on the couch or the bed, but she's spoiled and he has her own bed. Aww. So how come she doesn't give kisses? And how long have you had her? Okay, now I've got a little more of silver here because that mirror goes into a silver plate. There we go, we fixed that. Okay, because she lived in a cage. Yeah, no socializing. Got her at 6. Will be 8 years. Will be 8 years. I have her. Okay. So she still hasn't gotten the hang of maybe puppy licks and stuff like that, huh? Okay, so I'm going to take a darker brown, which is my Hawaiian Sunset. And I'm going to go ahead and shade in these areas of the rope. Well, maybe someday she'll surprise you. And then I'm very, very carefully going to take my ivory black and I'm just going to darken this edge a little bit because I want that to be a dimensional look. And that way we'll go ahead and pop up that rope. Zoom out. So Sandy says, no, I tried to teach her, even tried teaching her stairs with treats. Tried doggy steps, won't use them. Okay. They tattooed her name on her, mean people they were. Yeah. Okay. Now, we've got a wood step here, it looks like. So I'm going to go with my Brett Funner 082. And put that down as a base color here. Yeah, all my pets are rescues, have been rescues except one. And that's only because I really wanted an Abyssinian. Okay, now notice I'm going ahead and shadowing in. On my edges. And then I'm going to take a darker brown here, which is my cocoa brown. Which is my Arteza 36. So Sandy says she sleeps a lot. Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my ivory. All I can say is that my ivories better get here soon because they are getting short, the two that I have. And we'll go ahead and soften that up a little bit too. Guys, don't be afraid to soften your wood. I know that sounds contradictory. But when you blend in your colors, it makes your wood look a lot better. All right, let's zoom out and take a quick look. Sandy says I have to physically carry her outside to go potty because she won't use the stairs. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, now look at this right side. Isn't that gorgeous? Good thing she's only 11 pounds. Okay. So I've got a couple of flowers here. So I've got a magenta bread funner. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, as I was saying earlier, but my thought trailed off, is I would have added my stones the very last things, but I wanted to show you this. And I was so close I didn't think it would be hurtful to do that. So if you're going to add anything, add your stones last. Okay, Arteza Cocoa Brown. I'm just going to use that now to shade in between my folds. So again, guys, I would like to see you at least using 2 colors on your areas. All right. Bread funner, Fjord Blue. Ink pen to make my dots. So I'm making it a cluster of dots in this case instead of individual ones. So it's going to look like this flower has a black center. Okay. So I'm going to keep with my blue theme here. So I've got my Castle Arts Ultramarine color 43. And that's my dark center. And then I'll put that color on the outside because I'm just going to go ahead and blend that. And then I'm going to use my medium blue, which is my cerulean blue from Starjoy. And we'll have that really pretty merging of colors. And guys, you want to blend the kachibers out of it. Okay, now I'm using my Fjord Blue Grout Funner for my center. And then I'm going to use my Cocoa, no I'm not. I'm going to use my Storm Gray. And I'm going to go around the center just a little bit. And it's those little extra touches, guys, that really make the difference. You know, I talk a lot about that. Okay. Back wheel. My metallic silver by Prismacolor 949. And then my Arteza Storm Gray, very, very lightly. And don't be afraid to blend with your finger, guys. I'll add a little extra touch there where the artist drew their line. Okay. And then I've got my Arteza Charcoal Gray. This will go ahead and get that tire finished. And again, guys, when you're doing your tire, you still want to do that with multiple colors. Maddie says beef, peppers, and cheese in a flour tortilla. There you go. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my black and shade up portions of this tire. Now, anybody looking at this, these separate colors are not necessarily going to be discernible, but all they're going to know is that that tire looks really neat and dimensional, right? Food for thought. All right. Back bumper. We'll go ahead and do our silver because I want that to be a little bit shiny. And then my top here. That brushed. All right. And then these chain links, use my Tombow here. Looks like that long part is some sort of cover, just to keep the chains from rubbing. So I'm going to go ahead and color in that little hook. I'll do that with the silver as well. And you know what, guys? Gel pen would work as well, too. Well, Sandy, I hope you do. I'm thinking of ordering a Life Escape book to challenge myself to grayscale. Okay. All right, Facebook griped at me about the music, so we'll go with the birds. All right, so I'm doing my silver. And that's looking pretty cool as well. All right, now, hi, Kathy. Kathy has entered the room. All right, Brett Funner, Freesia, zoom in. And we'll go ahead and just put a simple little gold color on there. So Brett Funner 520, and then I'm going to take my darker brown and we'll line that outside so that we get that depth. So now we've got that looking like a tube, and that was a Brett Funner 082. So guys, don't forget your effects on stuff like this. Okay. So now I'm going to pop over, oh, no I'm not. I'm going to grab my silver and do the other side of my chain. That's what I'm going to do. All right, basket. My light gold. This is my Freesia color, Brett Funner. And then I'm going to come in with my Brett Funner 082. I don't know, they don't have a name on it. And we're going to go ahead and darken these lines. And then I'm very lightly using that same pencil is going to go over my yellow now, and that's going to give me a nice tan basket shade. Oh, Kathy says that she ordered Adorable Animals coloring book today. Cool. Now, notice I'm also going to shade the outsides of each panel, and that's going to pop those forward. And I want to go ahead and brighten those up a little bit. So I'm going to pop a little white on there, not much. And I'm also going to do it in the middle of these, this basket weave. How cool is that? Okay. Let's take another look. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Beautiful. I knew that there'd be a lot of detail on this. And I wanted you to see how to just do this in segments. I'm just smoothing this out with my ivory now. Okay. Now, let me grab something here. La da da da, da 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 da. La, da. Okay. La, da, 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 da. All right, tail light. Stacy. Grandma. As soon as ILene gets done making all that racket, I will give more good news. You got hired, didn't you? Is that your good news? I'm guessing. What's your good news, Stace? Kathy says she's got Creative Haven. Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodrich. How about what are you coloring? Okay. So Stacy, what's the news? Tell, tell, tell. I'll grab some water while you're yakking. You will be getting a formal offer from Jackson, Tennessee. Woohoo! Yay! Woohoo! Oh, congratulations. Fantastic. Hopefully this is at a salary that you want. Oh, Stacy, that is wonderful. Yay. And I was guessing. I guessed right. You go, girl. And when God says, wait on me and I will give you more than you desired, he means it. Oh, man. Thank you, Lord. It's been a journey. How cool is that? And you sure can feel special because they picked you from the other candidates. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. See, even the animals are croaking a congratulations. So Stacy says, I mean, just as soon as the crisis with my grandparents was over, they called me back and the salary is more than I expected. All in God's timing. Oh, Stacy, it's been a haul, long haul. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's right. It is such a relief and awesome feeling when you know you are in God's will. So, do you know when you'd be starting, or so you'll have to move? Okay, so I'm taking my red rhinestones because I thought this would be cool, and I'm putting it on my little tail lights. Okay, so Stace says no, not yet. They are looking into if relocation assistance is available. Oh, probably before I get the formal offer. Okay. Oh, Stacy, that would be wonderful. So you'll be in my neck of the woods. Zoom out. So while we were congratulating Stace, I went ahead and put the rhinestones on the tail light. Thank you, Kathy. I think it looks cool too. I thought you guys might get a kick out of it. La da da. Yeah, actually you're on the other side of Nashville than me. I'm east of Nashville, you'll be west of Nashville. Zoom out. I'm thinking that looks pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to work on just a couple more things. This stuff now is so little and relatively inconsequential. Hi, Leanne. So if you don't have issues with your hands, here's an idea for you. And remember, even though your rhinestones have adhesive on it, what do I always tell you? Put glue on them. Oh, Stacy, that's wonderful. And I truly was guessing, like I said. But when you said I got more good news, that kind of popped to mind. Leanne, welcome. Glad to have you. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. So let's go ahead and we'll get our flowers. I'm using my magenta Brett Funner. Yeah, my favorite Castell 103s are coming from Dick Blick. And I even checked on the shipping thinking they had gotten here and then they got lost, but they're still en route. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my blender pencil and very lightly blend that together. So see, I'm just pulling that color in from the side. So let's go ahead and get this in. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, oh, okay. So Leanne says she watches the videos after posting. That's great. Yeah, I don't know. Dick Blicks don't really excite me that much. I'm more an Amazon person. Oh my. Okay, so let's slide up here. Now, I've got so many colors here. I'm going to go ahead and basically do these the same. And guys, that's something that you want to think about, is if you have a lot going on with your piece, and you have multiple objects of something, like these flowers, for example, I think I'd just keep them the same color. Otherwise, it really gets a little wonky. So Stacy says, I need to get on that store and order my grandma some replacement Prismacolors. Yeah, Amazon is too huge of a candy store. Good grief. Oh, Stacy, I'm so ridiculously happy for you. Doggone it. Okay. Miss Stephanie, good night. You leaving a little early tonight? I hate to see you go. Stacy says, Mama, thank you, Mama Hen. It's been a journey. Yeah, that's my name, Mama Hen. Good night, Miss Steph. Oh, that's right, Stephanie. Baby has school in the morning. Preschool. And Leanne says, laugh out loud, right? I'm an Amazon queen. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going ahead and doing this flower the same way. Good night, Miss Stephanie. See you tomorrow. And then a very light blend. You don't want to blend away that white portion. And I'm going to go ahead and put a pink center in there, although it's already got the pink. We'll go ahead and kick that up just a little bit. I'm using a Master Warm Red. It's a pinky orange. All right. So Stacy, when did you find out that you were going to get a formal job offer? Did they email you? Okay, let's take a peek this afternoon. Yeah. Zoom out. Yeah, Kathy says whenever we can't find what we're looking for in the store, Amazon never fails. Yeah, I don't go out a lot, so Amazon really is my go-to for just about everything. Okay, so I'm going to blue up my centers with my blues. Fjord Blue from Brett Funner. And then my Cerulean Blue Light from Starjoy. Oh, Stace says, no, I've been talking to the girl that interviewed me through Facebook IM. Oh, how cool. So how did she tell you? She got online with you and said, hi, Stace, guess what? Did she drag it out a little bit and make it a surprise? Okay, so there's my blues. And I've got a little bit of a leaf here. So we'll go ahead and grab the Starjoy Orange 010. Now, remember, guys, we've talked about this so much, is that sometimes it can get a little discouraging to be working on something and working and working and working, and you're wondering what's going to come of it. And now you can see how everything is coming together. So, Stacy, does this mean also that you're going to be coloring with us more? All right, I've got the stems here. I'm using, oh, there's my favorite, my Split Pea, Brett Funner. And let me get here. And we'll get this little stem. And then I'm going to use my Master Color 239 for my flower centers. So that's looking really pretty. And I'm going to use a butterscotch color. So Stacy said, well, she posted on a group I belong to on Facebook back in April. Sonographers do it in the dark about a job. Okay. I'd M her some questions, so I ended up applying. I had the phone interview and then also with HR, but had to have that associate's degree before they could hire me so that I could be eligible for the registry exam. Okay. But I mean, how did she tell you yesterday? Did she like kind of string it out for you a little bit just to make it a surprise, or just say, congratulations, we're hiring you? Maddie, what did you get at Hobby Lobby? Right, and then she reached back for the scan interview, right? So here's butterscotch for my centers here. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a darker brown, which is my Hawaiian Sunset. And I'll go ahead and shade in some of the pieces here. Zoom in. Now, like I said, when you get in small areas like this, 2 colors is fine. Maddie says, water-based markers 50% off, Paper Studio brand. Okay. All right, let me slide. The ones that Jillian got you are alcohol-based. That's right. Okay. So I've got my medium green from Brett Funner. We're going to go ahead and color down the base of the leaves. They were $16, but you got them for $8. There you go. So here's my dark base. Now, I'm not going to do these leaves the same way I did the flowers, which was the darker color at each end, because I don't want that similar look. I want something a little bit different. So she IM'd and basically said, Friday that she was having a meeting on Monday with directors about staffing to please bear with her. That's right. So you don't usually do that with somebody you want to hire, and then I hadn't heard back. And so I reached out to her today, and she responded and apologizing for the delay. Some stuff had happened, but presented the position and asked you if I'd be interested, and you said, heck yes. She answered a couple of questions, and I said yes. Pearl is looking for color 240. Color pencils is a good price. Sorry for the wiggling. Okay, so darker green. Again, I'm not going to darken the tips and then blend like I did with the flowers, like I just said, because I want this look to be a little different. And then I've got my Shuttle Art Jade Green 164. All right, hold on here. And that little guy doesn't want to sharpen, so I use my hand crank for one here. I have no knowledge about that brand of pencils. The color 240. Does somebody know? Okay, Shuttle Art 164. As my top color. And then I'm blending it back in. Hello, Wanda. Stacy, tell Wanda your fantastic news. Wanda, Stacy got some great news today. Okay. 2 more things to color and we are done with this one. Actually 3 more things. I've got a little bit of grass. Pearl says, if ILene is talking to me, I've lost transmission. This is still happening to me. I miss so much. Will somebody please tell Pearl to sign out and sign back in again? So Wanda, as Stacy said, she got the job. So this is Brett Funner color, the Jasmine Green, and Shuttle Art color 164. So I've got that blended for the grass. Oh my gosh, guys, I can taste this now. All right, let me zoom back up here. Alright, so I'm going to use my Freesia Brown. On my hay. Now, I've already got my pen that I drew the lines in with, and the pen is smearing just a little bit, so that's fine because it's giving me that color hay that I want. So I'm going to leave that as is. Alright guys, drum roll, one more thing to color. Woohoo! Okay guys, we're down to the last element. So I'm going to use my Bread Funner 082. This is not out of my 520 set. And I'm going to give it a base color. And then I'm going to come in with a Bread Funner 095, which is a darker color. Now, notice that the posts down here are a little bit darker. And that's because I just wanted to vary it a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shadow these on the left-hand side. With my darker pencil. And I'll go ahead and give this a little top and bottom shadow. And that way it distinguishes between the two sets of posts. Excuse me. The pavement I'm doing a different way. Stacy, I'm adding some stone to that. So I really won't be doing anything with that with pencil other than maybe putting in a light gray. So just for now, I'm just going to put that in light gray. And actually that one little spot here between my flowers should be gray as well. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. I thought that was just a quirky way that the artist... Yep, you're right. Yep. You're right. There we go. I was just going to complain about how artists should color their own stuff. That'll teach me. Oh my gosh, guys, I think we're done. Lordy, lordy, lordy. All right. Zoom out. Zoom out. Stacy says I'm back. Zoom out. And darn glad to have you, Stace. That's why you need to be in here. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. What do you guys think? This one was very, very involved. Zoom out. There we go. Oh, Pearl has to charge up. She'll be here tomorrow. Okay. So there you go. So just a couple things to talk about on here. And then I'll move on to the next thing. This is a very busy piece. It really is. So I'll add the stone to finish it. That was my glue on. The truck is the centerpiece. I added the rhinestones to pull everything in. And draw attention to it. And the flowers, I pretty much made consistent colors, the blues and the pinks. I didn't get wild with that. I showed you guys how to white out cloud lines with your Arteza white pencil and then come back. Put a little gray in there. So I think we're in pretty good shape with this one too. Good grief, that's 2 that we finished. I'm on a roll. So hopefully you guys learned something. Just going to add a little bit of ivory to the silo. Smooth that out just a little bit. Okay. We're good. Well, thank you, Kathy. Kathy says, love the fruit in the truck, too. Another coloring page that needs to be framed. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I like it. Let's see, let me smooth out something real quick here. So I'll get this puppy sprayed as well. Put the last of my stones on, and then I can wrap this one up too. There we go. All right, guys. Say goodbye to the truck. Stacy, I don't think you were here earlier, but I finished the puppy. Zoom out. So I just wanted to show this one to you real quick too. And for anybody that came in a little late. So the puppy's done too. Charlie. All right. So that's 2 that we got done. Oh my gosh. Okay. Beep beep truck. Alrighty, we've been doing some peaches, and I'm going to do this plum tonight because I want to see how this is going to turn out as well, which of course will be beautiful. So I've been teaching you guys how to do dark grayscale. Not hard, nothing exotic, and it turns out beautifully. I hope that you've been enjoying this project as well. Summertime and the living is easy. All right. Just smoothing this out a little bit. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Every once in a while I get these little stray lines on here. Yeah, Teresa Goodrich books are very detailed. Some of them are. You really have to be in the mood to do it. Okay. So I'm going to pop out to Google. And I'm going to take a look at plums. So Maddie says Teresa is her favorite Creative Haven artist. Yeah. She's got good stuff. All right. Good night, Kathy. Kathy says early day tomorrow. I'll be at Buddy Foundation tomorrow night. Okay. Good night, ILene, and everyone's sweet dreams. You bet. All right. So let's work on a plum. Oh gosh, now I'm going to want plums. And they come in all sorts of colors. So I'm going to go with a purples and blues, I think. Stacy says purple, purple, purple. Oh my, yes. All right, let me find a nice dark purple so I can do a decent job on this for you. Not that one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so for my dark purple, I'm going to go with a bluish purple by Fila 040. Now, I want you to note on this one that we don't have a lot of dark area. Zoom in. Zoom in. And that's fine. You know, we've talked about the light, medium, dark of grayscale coloring. And if you have a piece that doesn't exactly match that criteria, no biggie, don't force it. So here's my dark. And again, this purple shows up beautifully on black. That was the whole idea for me doing this for you. So now I'm going to go with the light, which is my Fjord Blue. And then I'm going to work on my medium color, which is my Pansy Brett Funner. And we've got a lot of little spots here. Okay, now I'm going to go back with my dark purple. Now I added this blue for a reason, the light blue, and that's because I want my purples to shade towards blue. So I'm coming in with my dark purple. This is a little bit different than what I've done before. And I'm going to color over my light blue. Zoom in. And you can see now that really nice plum color that's coming in. And again, I know that looked a little weird with putting that light blue in there first. But I promise you that as you color, you will start to do things like this. And then I'm just going to go over that with my finger. Now, hopefully you can see this, but this particular plum has some dark shading in this circular area. And I want to go ahead and enhance that. Zoom in. Zoom in. Hold on, gotta change my light. There we go. So I'm enhancing some of the skin flaws on here, not too many. And then I'm very lightly going to take my ivory and blend all of this in. Faber-Castell 103. Let me brush that. And I got just a little bit further than what I want here on my edge. So I'm coming in with my darkest purple now and shading in a little bit more of that edge. Now, this gets into the realm of artistic choice. And now I'm going to come back in with my pansy, which is kind of a reddish color. And enhance my spots. And blend that in. Now, what I also want you to notice too is there's a little bit of red in there. So I'm going to grab my Flame Scarlet Brett Funner and add a little bit of red near the spots. Not much. And now I'm just to the point where I'm making artistic choices. This is my darker purple, and I'm going over my in-between areas very, very lightly. Butterfly touch on this one. And smooth that out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. All right, let me grab a little bit of water. Now, our plum is looking a little bit out of place because we don't have any colors around it. Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and color up my third peach. I'm going to start with my Fila Bright Orange Yellow 049. I'm not going to start with that. My apologies. I'm going to start with my Starjoy Venetian Red 006. Zoom in. And again, you can see that that Venetian red, or whatever color that I would be using, is showing up beautifully on that black. I mean, that is black. And again, this whole exercise here on this piece is to show you that you can color on black grayscale. Now, something important, aren't plums a little shinier? Yeah, but that would be a little difficult to shine up unless I gloss it. I'm actually going to go back and add a little white to that to shine it up. So there's my dark. Here is my light color. Good night, Stacy. I'm on for about 20 more minutes. Stacy, congratulations again. You have a fantastic night tonight. You deserve it. Rest up and enjoy. No more DoorDash. Stacy says, thank you. I will sleep with a smile on my face. I bet. And then I'm going to come in with my cadmium orange 010 from Starjoy. And in this case, I'm letting my orange go over my yellow to give me that nice peachy color. And I'm also letting my orange go over that initial dark color very lightly so that we get a better blend and transition. And we'll brush that. And then I'm going to come back with a little more yellow. And that's going to give me my really nice peachy look. Okay. And now I'm going to come in with my super pink from Brett Funner. And that'll tone down now my yellow. And notice how my darkest shade is coming in beautifully and making some really nice contrast and divots on this skin. And that's exactly what I wanted. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now, as far as that plum is concerned, we can go ahead and add a little bit of a shine to it. And I'm going to do that in 2 stages. Zoom in, zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and use my ivory. Now, I'm not going to touch that little backward C that I put in there because I like that. I like that little divot, so I'm going to leave that alone. And you really want to make sure that you have a very, very good blend on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of white on that left-hand side. There you go. Zoom out. Zoom out. Questions? Comments? And this is just a little bit of my Brett funner here, 133. To take our peach a little more red. Don't be afraid to play with your tints, guys. There we go. Yeah, it's got a glow on it. Exactly. So, yeah, this whole picture is a warm, just warm, glowy piece. Now, I'm going to go back to my barrel for a minute. And I'm going to take my ivory and I'm going to smooth this a little more. Very, very light. And like I said, guys, don't ever be afraid to go back and do a little bit of touch-up. And the reason that I'm doing this now on the barrel is that my peaches and my plum are soft and glowy, and I want that for my barrel as well. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this whole piece now and see what you think. Zoom out. There you go. Now, I deliberately did different shades of peach for you. We could have basically done the same, but I didn't want to do that. This one is Country Autumn 2 by Life Escapes. And this happens to be the digital version of it that I got. Wanda gave me a heads up that they were 75% off, and I bought a boatload of them. Okay. Questions, comments? You're welcome, Maddie. And that barrel looks a lot better now that I smooth that out. Well, guys, I think we're pretty good for tonight. We got a lot done. And I hope you're enjoying this picture. I really want to get into that vase. That'll be fun. Everybody feeling more comfortable with grayscale? Say yes. No, I don't know. You need to tell me. All right, guys. I think I'm done for the moment. Like I said, we got a lot done. Not hard. It really isn't. And you guys all see now that black picks up the color beautifully. Okay. We're good. Smooth that out. Thank you, Wanda. I'm glad you like it. All right, guys. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. We are good to go. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Guys, love ya. You know that. Congratulations again to Stacy. I know she's signed off, but if she watches the rest of this, we're so proud of her. Guys, continue to be kind to each other. I'm so proud of you in that aspect. And guys, joyous, joyous, joyous coloring. Kisses right back at you, Maddie. All right, guys, take care. Bye.